So on my own again. Anyone going to join me?
I moonwalked this
Sounds recording. Everything's recording.
There was one,
Everyone's,
and then there was two.
and we can't go over today because Stephanie has to leave for an audition.
Well, we're proud of her.
Thank you. Be
I'm
supportive.
very proud of your audition.
Well, I was here 45 minutes ago.
Well,
but,
you know what? Whoa. We need to stop doing things on English time, okay? We're in America now. America!
Teron must be distracted. Did you see how I just stole the seat from him?
I don't even care.
No. You know what?
Exactly.
It's because I've realized, you know what? You're in the middle. That's actually the bitch seat. You have the bitch seat. You're in the middle.
Oh
like
my
if
gosh.
sitting in a car,
How does that even work?
That
He's
is
closer
the B-word
to
seat.
He's closer to me, and I'm a
Oh,
girl.
Okay.
Winning.
So it's like he's winning.
I'm winning.
yeah,
Major.
he would be winning if it wasn't
Hey, I'm at least great.
that time. Like that time of
Media
month.
presence.
Sorry, I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's that time of the month. It's there. Yeah.
Because I'm on my period,
No,
like
I didn't say that. You said
I'm gonna
that.
shower you. I'm gonna go crazy. Is that what I'm gonna do?
That's possible. Yo, you listen to the impeccable, impenetrable sounds of the one and only Teron Von Gossry alongside
Mr. GK, the embodiment.
you're the Mbaha?
the embodiment of awesomeness, but actually the ambassador of positive energy and refinement.
Good save. That was a good.
Don't
you tried
forget to miss
say
her.
it.
It was a
Yo,
good
and of
save.
course with
The diplomatic British chick, Miss Stephanie Siaderton. By the way,
the one and only Stephanie.
One and only.
by the way, do you guys owe me some money from last week?
Why?
Because remember you said I didn't say the beginning bit.
You didn't.
Did you?
I don't know. I didn't want to.
No, you actually owe us money. I was gonna be
You did.
quiet about it, but
You
now I'd
did.
like to get my
You did.
Are we
paycheck.
sure?
Yeah,
we're
we
positive.
I'm
played
gonna have
it
to go back and listen to that.
back. Yeah, listen to it. You didn't say. You didn't.
Well, I'm broke, so I can't pay.
Yo, you're balling actually. You're
No,
actually.
balling.
no,
you're the
that's
only-
like I can't even like sew my jeans
You have
up.
auditions now. You just like showing your legs because you
Do
know
you know
all
what?
the comments
We need
are
the
on your
ratings.
legs.
We need the
Because I
ratings.
crashed my car. Do you know how I'm getting to my audition?
Ah.
I'm Ubering to my audition. That means I'm balling,
In
right?
Sherman Oaks, that means you're
You're Ubering
Ubering.
out. I would have driven
You
you
might
there
as
for
well have
free.
gotten a private jet.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet, George. So there's still
Uber's
time.
actually a lot less expensive than
Yeah.
cabs. Uber is taking cabs out. You know, my dad owns a cab company in DC.
Seriously?
Like, yo, he's really like in dire financial situations
Is he gonna switch
because
to
of
Uber?
Uber. Nah, I mean it's funny, but it's not like
Yeah,
he's
it's
really
your livelihood, like
trying to
listen.
figure out
So
a
you
different.
should
path.
switch to Uber.
Yo, 35 years he had a business. Like 35 years.
Is it his own business? He owns it.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. Like 10 years ago, I told him they need to unionize in DC the way they are in New York. They need to unionize that technology's catching up, and he tried, and then none of the other people took heed. Especially there's a lot of immigrants driving cabs, so they didn't really listen, and so now it's really caught up.
Wow.
Wow.
I know at the airports at least they're blocking out Uber. They're reserving that space for the
Yes.
cabs. But that's
But
the
you can
only
just, if
space.
you know about it, you can just like walk off the area and then call a new one.
See,
That's because those companies that do the airport cabs, those companies are big companies. Like they make a lot of money. They have contracts with those airports.
Yeah.
So they went quick and blocked things
Yeah.
like
and they
Uber.
charge almost triple the
Ridiculous.
fare
Oh, it's just extortionate.
in the airports.
So that's the thing. And Uber, you know, and it's crazy because Uber's actually like more convenient, especially when it first started. But now when you get Uber's basically, hey, get in the car. Who are you? You're a passenger. Get in. Like it's like taken forward. It's like you have no
Actually,
idea.
I did have a bit of a weird experience the other day. Someone asked me out in an Uber. Okay, the driver. asked me out.
Hold on. Why does all your stories have a guy asking you out?
Because look at her, that's why.
Thank
Yeah.
you, George. But no, that's it's
Whoa,
just a story.
see, that's actually a sexist thing to say, George.
It's not
Why
s-
look at her? That's why. What about this?
No.
What about her
There's
integrity and her morals?
Look, there's
I
nothing-
enjoy your
I'll
mind.
take it.
I never said-
Embodiment of that.
I never-
No, it's true. It does go on personality and mind and all that stuff. But thank you very
No.
much.
No, it
I
doesn't.
take
It only has to
Yeah.
do with the way you
Well,
look. If you
for
were,
whatever
if you were
reason-
ugly, no, trust me, it wouldn't matter.
For whatever reason, this
no,
guy asked
she
me
would-
out, and I felt uncomfortable. And I said, look, you're putting me in a position where you're driving the car. I'm feeling very vulnerable right now, and
Oh my God, cause you're that girl.
because he wouldn't say no.
You-
Like he wouldn't take no for an answer. I was like,
So you gave him the number? Or?
no, I
Or
didn't. I was
does
just
he
like,
already have your number? I never used
he already has my
Oh,
number.
yeah, he
He
has
does
your
have my
number
number,
'cause
but
of
that's
Umar.
not the point. I just said, look, I'm not interested, and he couldn't take that I wasn't interested. He was like, yeah, but you seem really nice, and I don't know.
You know what I've always
Did you pepper spray?
thought was crazy?
No, but I did
That's
now.
sometimes girls freak out. Like you'll be like, excuse me, like no, Ma'am, you dropped your purse. I was actually just returning, but
But
you know what?
why?
No.
Do you know why the reason people do that is because they might have had it 3 times today already. Or they might have had a
Yeah.
bad experience, and they're just like, I just want to get from A to B without being harassed.
See, and here's the thing. At the same time, let's say you did go through life and no one harassed you, you'd be like, how come guys aren't paying me attention?
Yeah, of
It's like a
course.
double-edged sword with that. I do think that it's horrible that girls have to actually, have to say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend, even if they don't, just to get a guy to back off.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you don't respect me, but you'll respect another guy. That actually says a lot about who we are as society and people.
I
mean,
don't
the
ever
fact
say that.
girls
I don't
have
ever
to
say I have a boyfriend.
That's because you don't ever have a boyfriend. But I'm just saying there are girls that have to say that.
I have an unfortunate story to share because something bad happened to me as well. I think I was roofied.
Okay, here, I'm going to tell you what I tell girls in this situation, okay? Because being roofied is not a joke.
I know, but I don't wear nail polish, so I couldn't put it in the
It's
cup
not
to see
that.
if
I'm
my
saying,
paint
it's like,
changed color.
were you raped? And if you weren't raped, then you probably weren't roofied. Because roofies are expensive. Like, it's not a cheap drug to just get and just give out and see what happens to
This is
people.
what
Like,
happened.
no one's wasting roofies on you.
I was at a networking event, and I wasn't drinking alcohol. I actually ordered ginger ale. And I was speaking to a lady, a little larger in size, and she became quite possessive over me throughout the evening. And I was trying to network with other ladies, and she kept calling me back, asking me where I was going. So finally I said, I do need to break away and meet more people as the nature of the event. Was talking to another lady, left my ginger ale at the bar. Came back, had my ginger ale. An hour later, I was passed out for like hours. And then I woke up, and the next day I was passed out again for hours.
Why would
I
you
didn't
leave your
even
drink
have
at the
alcohol.
bar though?
Yeah, why would you
Why
leave
don't you
your
take it
drink?
with you?
I trusted her.
You trusted who? Why would you, not even her, why would you trust dust particles in the air?
Yeah.
And not just take your drink with you? Like, how would you just leave your drink on the bar? Like, how do you know someone else isn't going to pick it up, drink it, someone else? Like, that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
There's nothing good has ever happened to, hey, hold my drink, I'll be right back. Like, it'll just...
And
And also you're giving her hope that you're coming back.
Oh, that is true. I didn't think of it like that. I just was thinking how heavy the cup was. Didn't want to walk around
Heavy?
with a large. Yeah,
Cup?
it was like the large. When you go to a
Was
bar.
it a gallon of ginger ale?
It was a
it
big.
gallon?
Are those
Was
called
it a
pint
jug?
glasses?
Pint glasses.
Yeah, I left. It was heavy. Oh man! But the reason why I thought about this is I went online and there's this
How tall are you?
6'4".
How much do you weigh, like, approximately?
220 right now.
Is
Trying to
it?
get down to
Do you feel
210.
like you work out? You work out all the
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
So
I have been, 'cause
a
I've been
pint
on
glass
the
was
diet.
heavy for you? A pint glass of ginger ale?
My wrists
But
aren't
ginger
so
ale?
strong.
A pint glass of ginger ale? Would you have been able to carry that around?
I
Steph?
don't know. I've been working out recently.
Oh my God, she got guns.
Ooh.
Thanks.
You got tickets? To the gun show?
Woo! So then what did you do? So you passed out in the place.
Well, what happened? I went to my friends afterwards, and we were hanging out. And next thing you know, I was waking up on my friend's couch. What happened to me? And then the next day, I went
Yo, but
home.
by the way, I know the friend you're referring to,
Yeah.
and that friend's also very likely to have roofied you too.
Yes.
So it's like a combo of
Is it
who
now?
roofied you more.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know what I'm saying?
It's possible.
George
It's a
has a
combination of
friend.
roofies.
George has a friend who has a little crush on him.
Right.
But George, and here's the thing. Right now, for the last couple months, George has been real focused. Right, more
Mr.
focused than I've ever seen him before.
Mr. GK.
Yeah, he's been on his Mr. GK. Like, I've given, and it's like, because I've always been very focused, I've noticed he's become focused. He's getting more auditions. He's expanding. Like, he's doing a lot more work.
The
He
embodiment of
wrote
focus.
his Black Coffee,
Mhm.
the show. He wrote all of it finally, like out of nowhere. Like, it came to his mind. He's just been more focused. So now, girls are crushing on him, and he's like focused. And I feel like he could be taken advantage of.
I see.
Yeah. So,
Pretty rough.
but nothing happened, right?
Nothing happened.
You didn't end up getting some large girl pregnant, did you?
No.
That's possible.
You can have a little Georgina.
Georgina. Georgette.
We've gone through this.
Georgette?
We've gone through this. It
Nah.
doesn't, there's no name called Georgette.
Georgina is much better. Like,
By the way, I don't know why I thought of this. I was driving on Santa Monica Boulevard and I saw a store called Ursula's Costumes, and I thought to myself, Ursula's the ugliest name I've ever heard in my life.
actually, you know, one of the prettiest girls I know, her name is Ursula. And
No
she's
way.
bad.
I have
Ursula
to see it. I
Mason.
have to see
Listen,
it.
her name is Ursula Mason. Let me tell you the story of this girl. This is the true ugly duckling turning into a swan story. When we were in high school, Ursula she had like really bad acne on her face, and she was the sweetest, like just such a sweet, wonderful girl. And I used to always hang out with her. But because I was popular and she was considered a nerd, and everyone would like be like, oh, where are you hanging out with Ursula? Oh, Ursula's the ugly chick from Little Mermaid, Ursula. They used to clown her, right? She'd get so shy, and I'd like walk her home and stuff. And so I was always like, yo, Ursula is so bad. Like, she's so pretty. But no one could see it because it was high school.
Yeah.
And she had acne. She was awkwardly tall.
And she had the name Ursula.
You know what I'm saying? Awkward. Yeah, and her name was Ursula. No one saw. So now Ursula, which you guys have all probably seen, is the model for like most of the Halloween costumes you have. And she was like, she's like 4 years in a row. She was like #1 on, you know, that car topic trend or whatever it's called, magazine cover. She's like the #1 girl. She's like this big time supermodel. And I'll show her to you.
No way.
She's bad.
Yeah.
Like, and I had always said she's bad. To the point where the first guy that gave her attention, like, she got pregnant by him. So she like now has like a 10-year-old kid or whatever. Yeah, I'm serious.
I wasn't expecting the story to take that turn.
Yo, because
the
it was
first
the
guy
first
who gave
guy.
attention to her, she just got pregnant by him. Like, was it instantaneously?
I mean, it was
Now he's
almost.
gonna be like, my son is now 10.
Yeah, his pickup line was that good that she.
My son, yo, she's,
That was winning. That was a
funny.
British win.
But
right
that's
there,
the
brother.
thing. Like, she's really attractive.
Oh, do you have a picture?
Yeah, I'm about to
How
show.
am I gonna
I'm about to show you
Does
Ursula.
she at
Scroll
least
on
have a
Facebook.
fake Instagram name, or is it also Ursula?
It's Ursula.
Ursula's a great name. Ursula was my drama teacher's name.
Really?
Yeah, she's a nice name.
What does Ursula even mean?
Ursula, I don't know.
Is it a Latin name?
I mean, it's.
I don't know. It sounds like it could be.
I don't have connection here. It sucks. Now we're so used to always having connection and stuff.
Yeah.
When I don't have connection, I'm like, what's wrong with this place? Like, what's. I'm like so annoyed.
I know.
It's like, remember not even having a cell phone?
Not
I can't
having,
remember that.
Really?
I really can't remember not having a cell phone.
not having a cell
I
phone?
kind of feel like I always had one.
Nah, no. It's like, you're not. Look, I know you're trying to act like you're that much younger than us, but you're not that much younger.
No.
It's like, you're not 16.
No,
Like,
but like even at okay, my last couple of years of school, did I have a cell phone?
I mean-
Like 16. My memory's not very good at going back.
Oh, see? Maybe she's just trying to forget about all that.
Because I had like a really cool one, an Ericsson.
Oh, Sony Ericsson?
Yeah.
Well, they merged. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Was
And
it
was
orange?
It was yellow.
Yeah, I remember
With a
that.
Yo,
thing.
people,
It was so
remember when we
cute.
used to think that like flashing light antenna was the coolest thing ever? Like,
Yeah.
they would have like a blue
On the
phone with
Nokias?
ads. That's Ursula.
Is
by
that
the way.
Ursula?
Yo,
Wow.
That's Ursula, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, Ursula's hot.
She looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Very
I mean,
attractive.
they can't see that. But
This just walking.
Yeah.
Ursula Mays. Just go to Ursula Mays. She has a website,
She's
ursulamays.com.
You do a shout out to Ursula Mays.
Yo, I mean, on the low, I still love you, Ursula. So, I used to have the biggest crush on her, but we were in different social circles.
Do you want to say hi to your son as well?
Yeah, she's hot.
She's gorgeous.
No, I'm telling
I mean,
you.
she's not no Stephanie, but she's gorgeous.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm saying.
George, you're so nice.
Oh, okay. Hold on. She's not no who? Stephanie who?
That's true.
Stephanie who?
Wait,
No.
no. Stephanie has a bikini photo too on our Instagram page at Imperfect G Show. And I
Yeah.
think
Make sure
Stephanie
you keep
wins.
in contact with us. Tweet us at.
She's hot.
Imperfect G Show.
And also, watch our YouTube videos. Now we're going to be posting the entire podcast. Our
Yeah,
YouTube
you're gonna
link
get the
is-
full
Yeah.
hour. YouTube.com/Imperfect Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Share and subscribe.
Make sure you
everybody.
share and subscribe.
Make sure you do.
Yeah. So anyway, here's the thing. Because you brought up a really good point about like the roofing situation, right? And we kind of like made light of it, but I feel like it's a scary situation in the world right now to be in a situation where you need to sneeze. Just go ahead and sneeze.
You could use my
You,
handkerchief.
is this like an English sneeze? That there was no noise to your sneeze.
I sneezed.
Inside? You sneezed on the inside?
I sneezed.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Yo, but there's a whole flux of people are saying rape culture is being pushed by the media, by music.
Did you see my Twitter rant?
What happened?
What?
I went off on Rich Homie Quan. He
Wow.
has 2 songs that got released from his upcoming project. They actually got leaked, and he literally raps about raping women.
What do you mean?
He had a line.
First of all, people are saying Rich Homie Quan's gay, so I think that's actually a little interesting on its own. But
Mhm.
what's the? I don't understand because I remember when Rick Ross had the line in a song where he was talking about I put a Molly all up in her drink, she didn't even know it. And people, I felt like, blew that out of proportion. But then again, if something like that happened to my sister, I'd blow up out
Or
of
your
proportion.
friend George.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'd have to laugh. I'd Instagram that if it happened to you. Like, I'm the kind, if you fell asleep around me, George, I'm drawing penises in permanent marker on your forehead.
I think people are just saying things for like effect though, right? So rappers and stuff, they don't mean it.
Yeah, but
And that's
kids
the
don't know
problem.
the difference.
And his
Yeah, I
line
agree.
was, chances ain't S word if you don't take one. Mansion full of B words, bout to rape one.
Yeah, that's kind of extra.
Yeah, that's just not. It's just
Is it a
uncalled
good song
for.
at least? It's like a pretty poppin' song.
The problem is some people are going to find this song catchy and like it, and kids are going to start singing it. Then what? We're just making rape culture some kind of joke now in
Yeah.
hip hop. And it's absolutely absurd. And the problem is, as Tehran knows, Rich Homie Quan had a song called Type of Way that I actually really liked
Mhm.
and used to sing all the time. And now I feel
Some
like
type of way.
I have to ban an artist that I would have otherwise listened to. And it's difficult because sometimes he comes on the radio or he's on satellite. We're going to have to switch it now.
You're banning his music because...
I'm banning him.
Which I wish more people would do is take that initiative of if you don't agree with something, then you need to ban it. Your biggest voting power is your dollar or your attention.
Exactly.
So if you don't, if for example, if you feel there's a disparity or a culture of sexism in movies or a disparity in minorities in movies, then you need to not purchase or not go to that movie.
But then it takes it down to censorship, where we've talked about before.
But you're not censoring it. What you're saying is, I'm not going to partake, and therefore, they're more likely to do this. Because this comes down to not just censorship, it comes down to justice. If you feel like there's a rape culture, I'm not saying that everyone should ban Rich Homie Quan. I'm saying if you disagree against something,
Right. And
you should take
that's
the
the only thing we
initiative
can do right
to
now,
ban
isn't
it.
And
to
it's
ban their
it's
music.
rough because I've like the song My Lifestyle with was it Rich Gang, so it had Birdman, it had Rich Homie Quan,
Young
and
Thug.
it had Young Thug. That's another song that I love. And now I've already purchased, so I had to go into my iTunes and delete it. But what about the other artists on that track now? That's a growing problem too. Now, how far do you go? Do you have to ban the tracks with affiliated acts or associated artists now? For example, when CeeLo had his incident, I stopped listening to CeeLo.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty easy though. When was the last time you gave a fuck about a CeeLo song? Like,
Well, I like the,
except for "fuck you," I'm not
Yeah.
really like a.
Like, I actually know who he is.
That says a lot. I mean,
Right?
And the
He
intro.
must be really cheesy and probably a bit rubbish.
and
We
what
need to
he's
know.
the judge on which one? America's Got Talent or Voice?
He was on Voice.
Voice.
I believe he was banned after the incident.
Oh, really? He was banned
where he
for Voice?
basically
He got in trouble. I mean, he
admitted
he
to
basically
slipping.
he didn't admit to it.
Molly.
He got charged with it, and they found that he had like basically drugged a girl, possibly raped her.
And then he he like said something very controversial about it on Twitter as well, and then took it back. But the point is, CeeLo's another example of an artist who I enjoyed.
And you banned him?
I had to ban CeeLo, and I used to love his records back in the day. He used to do a lot of collaborations with Outkast, which is one of my favorite hip hop groups of all time. And it creates such an issue because now you also don't want to support affiliated acts. CeeLo was featured on Ludacris's new album. I love Ludacris, but I didn't buy the album on iTunes because I saw that CeeLo was an artist on it.
Well, see, I did you one better. I had banned CeeLo before I even knew about the
You just didn't
situation.
like it.
So now,
So
you
do
know
you
what I'm
think
saying?
that's-
You're on a bandwagon, but I had already banned him because he looked creepy from the beginning. A little potato head
He
looking.
looks like an
He
amphibian.
does it.
Yeah.
He has short extremities. He actually harassed my ex-girlfriend on her flight to London and wouldn't leave her alone. She said, "I'm not interested," and he kept pursuing her.
And then he put something all up in her drink and she didn't even know.
Oh gosh.
Yo,
So do you think this is like a new thing? Do you think it's a modern thing with like artists or like, because it's not my forte of music. So back in the day when it was like Tupac and those sort of times, and even before then, were they saying stuff that you didn't agree with, or you wouldn't agree with? Do you think it's got
You
worse?
know, here's the thing. It's not. A lot of people we're a lot more sensitive to stuff than in the past. For example, if you turn on I Love Lucy, Ricky would be like, Lucy! And like he's gonna hit her. You know what I'm saying? Lucy! One more time, Lucy! And I smack in your face! And it was like more accepted back then, you know what I'm saying? So as we progress, we also transgress and become a little more
We're
sensitive
worried
and
about the
notice these
children.
things.
We're worried about the future, the kids of the future. But
Exactly.
we are those kids from
Exactly.
previous years, and we seem to have turned out fine, right?